Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Property Management 101, and today we'll be discussing best practices to include on your owner statements. If you've not already done so, please watch my disclosure video as well as my why I do this video. And if you found this video helpful and learned something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. This video will apply best for anyone that works in the single family management side of the property management industry that deals with owner statements. And for those that are not sure what I'm referring to when I say owner statements, here's what I'm referring to. On the single family side of the industry, an owner statement is simply just a breakdown of how their asset performed that given month or period. This will include the rent that was collected. This will also include the expenses, management fees, etc. These are the three best practices that I would recommend considering if you're looking to create or change your owner statement. Number one, make sure your owner statement is easy to read. Owner statements should be incredibly easy to read. They should not require directions to understand what is being outlined on them. It should be very clear and simple. Also, you want to make sure that the owner statement is disclosing exactly the time frame very easily. Number two best practice to consider when dealing with owner statements, fully disclose. Now, what I mean by fully disclose, any activity that happened at the property that month or period, that you include that with your owner statement. This will be helpful to give a really good description to the owner of what really occurred at their asset. That includes any and all expenses. That includes what is being held for the tenant's security deposit, what's being held for the owner's reserve. This also should disclose as well what the year to date or quarter to date, as well as just the period or month to date. This is very helpful for owners to really see over the long term how their asset is really performing. Often I've seen an owner get upset if they have a bad month, but they see year to date or quarter to date or both, they're performing very well and still in the positive, then they're less likely to be upset about 1 month maybe where they didn't cash flow as much as they ideally like to. Prior to starting with that owner, you should inform the owners when they can typically expect and receive their owner statement per month, as well as a sample of an owner statement. So if they do have any questions prior to they receiving their first one, they can ask those questions. With an owner statement, if you are planning on sending it out a particular time of the month or a particular format like email or mailing or both, then that should also be set as an expectation and disclosed to the owner prior to starting to work with them as well. And that leads to my third best practice regarding owner statements: be consistent. Whatever time frame of the month your owner statements are sent out and whatever format they're sent out, make sure those are consistently followed each month. If there's ever situations that the owner statement falls on a day that is a weekend or a holiday or emergency comes up, make sure that you either send out those owner statements early or a notice to owners letting them know to expect a delay that month. It's really important that they're aware, because the last thing you want to do is have that form of consistent communication with them and all of a sudden not have it. That will strike red alerts in their head like what's wrong, was rent not collected, etc. And you can eliminate this with a simple notice. If your expectation and your standard is to send them out, for example, by the 10th of every month in an email format, make sure that's what you're following every month. If you do have any questions about this video or any of my videos, feel free to comment below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And if you found this video helpful and learned something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Happy leasing!